see a couple of hands up at the back. We'll go to the back row, but one, and then we'll come forward to the lady in the white afterwards.
Alison, congratulations. And what would you say is the key of your success here at Wimbledon?
Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled. I think, honestly, the biggest key for me has just been to battle from start to finish of every match that I've been a part of. Judging by the scoreline, they all haven't gone perfect, but I feel like I've been there in every moment and looking to impose myself, and I'm really most proud about that, and I think just being tough has been the key.
Thank you.
Alison, what does it feel like to make your first Grand Slam quarter-final?
I am so incredibly excited, and the fact that it's at Wimbledon, my favorite Grand Slam, the place that I had always dreamed to be in the last 8 club of. They can't kick me out now, so I'm here to stay. And I am just over the moon, so happy, and you know, I'm looking to keep it going.
Alison, congratulations on your win. You've been working with Craig O'Shaughnessy recently. What did he tell you in your game plan day, and how much impact have you had on your win?
Yes, my coach, is that who you asked about?
Yeah, Craig O'Shaughnessy, the
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't speak personally to him. That's all done through my coach. My coach and my fiance are big on stats and getting as much information that they can that will help me against every opponent that I play, and I'm so grateful for that. And this isn't just, you know, me out here. It's my whole team, and I'm just grateful for every piece of information that they relay to me, and I do my best to execute.
I see you never spoke to him before yourself.
Yeah, I've met him, but I don't sit down and do stats with him personally.
Alison, Ash has been in pretty good form recently. What were the things pre-match that you looked at that could have been areas that you could have exploited in her game?
Yeah, well, I think right now Ash is playing well, but I believe that I am as well, and I'm here to battle, and I think that if I just bring that fight every point, I think that good things will happen. I think that my return's super solid, so anytime I get a second serve, I'm looking to attack. I think I'm just looking to come forward as much as I can, and I think when I'm doing that, my best tennis kind of comes from that.
Hi, Alison.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done. I just wanted to ask you, of course, you're winning matches in 3 sets. That's great. You're obviously mentally tough, but also within the matches, you know, you lose an important point on a bad error. Like at 3-1, you had points to go up. 4-1, you missed an overhit into the net, and you even get upset with yourself for a second or two. But then you come right back and play the next point. You come up with a big serve on the next point. Same in the 3rd set. At 2-0, you miss a forehand on a break point, but then you come back and come up with a big serve again. Do you do any type of special work for not only, you know, winning the final sets, but also just recovering from a disappointing point that you just lost, you know, in a matter of 5 or 10 seconds?
I don't remember in particular the points you are describing, but I do know that if it was on an overhead and I was probably looking to be aggressive with my forehand, I think I was losing them in the fashion that I was trying to execute and trying to go for it. And I think that it's really a lot easier to forgive myself when I know that I'm trying the right thing and I'm doing the right thing, but I'm just not executing. So ultimately, you know, if I'm able just to buckle down ever so slightly, maybe give myself a little bit of a different target and pull that in, that things are going to turn my way eventually. Mm-hmm.
Alison, going into this match against the world #1, what was your mindset like? What did you come thinking? What did your coach and your fiance, did they tell you anything? What were you thinking?
I think ultimately it just came down to being ready for a battle. Like I said multiple times already, I think nothing's ever going to be perfect out there. If it is, it's very rare. And I just think I was ready for whatever was going to come my way. And I knew exactly what I was trying to do out there, what I was trying to execute. And I knew that if I did them, you know, better than 50%, I was probably going to come out on top.
Alison, are you managing to focus on your tennis and you got your wedding plans all sorted out? You got everything in your mind focused the right way?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get married I wish I could get married more often. Maybe we'll just have to renew our vows because it's worked out pretty well having that on the horizon. I'm looking forward to it so much. Everything's pretty much already in stone, so I'm not really stressed about it. I haven't been stressed about it really from the beginning, probably because my fiance has been doing all the work. So, yeah, I'm so looking forward to it, and we both love Wimbledon equally as much, and we love London. We would love to live here, love to be a member of the All England Tennis Club. I'm just throwing it out there. But we love everything about it. All the people here have been so special too. Phil Brooks, from the first time that I came at Wimbledon, he's remembered my name, and I think it's something that is really important for someone like me who wasn't top 10, top 20, but Phil always remembered my name, and that was something really special. Yeah, there's just been a lot of good people here in London that have looked after me.
Alison, when it comes to challenges, facing the #1 player in the world and then Serena Williams is quite an interesting one. How would you describe that and your thoughts now looking ahead to playing Serena for the first time?
Yeah, I think it's super exciting. I played doubles with Serena, but never played against her, so it'll be an interesting match. Again, I think today was a great. I think it was a great preparation for me going into the Serena match. I'm ready. I'm ready for a war, and she's the greatest athlete I think that's ever been on the women's side. So it's going to be a huge challenge, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Any specifics about what you think you need to do to be successful against her?
I gotta go for it. Yeah, just go for it and play my brand of tennis.
Ash opened up with 4 aces and then 2 aces in her next service game. How do you sort of regain your equilibrium after that and stop the spiral?
Yeah, I felt like it was very unlikely that was going to continue because I've never had that happen before. So I had confidence that as the match wore on that first serve percentages would probably start declining, and I was going to have looks ultimately. And if I didn't and she served like that, that's just too good. So ultimately I just hung in there.
I'm sure you didn't lack your own motivation, but was there anything extra you took from the women's world champion soccer team last night?
Oh gosh, that's brutal because I really don't follow them, but I was really happy for them. They did an awesome job, so congrats to them.
Alison, can you just talk about your record on grass this year? I mean, you've won 14 and only lost 1 match. Can you just sum up how you put that form together, the difference this year?
Well, I definitely think I've always had success on grass. I didn't realize I was 14-1. I've never really thought about the numbers till you said it. Yeah, I just feel like from the first time that I stepped foot on a grass court in Birmingham in, I think, 2009 or so, 2010, I don't even know, I just felt at home. I felt very comfortable on it. And I just think my game suits it, suits the grass, and I enjoy everything about it.
We all know that the WTA can be a terrible grind, the travel, the losses, the injuries. But you seem so elated, you're beaming, your laugh is great. Just talk about the joy you're feeling now, what it means, and the perspective on this run.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I think that the WTA tour suits me so much because I don't really, I enjoy practicing. I love being, competing. I don't like doing much at the end of the day. So I just feel like the tour for me is really at home. And yes, there are a lot of times where you lose, tough matches and a lot, but at the same time that there's going to be a chance that next week's going to be better. And I feel like that hope and that possibility is what keeps me going. And I do love to compete. I love everything about what I do. And so I'm really proud of what I've done, and I've stayed through the tough moments and fought through them, and to get a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam, I think is an amazing thing, and hopefully it doesn't stop now.
And is this going to help your UTR rating, do you think?
I'm sure it's going to help it. I'm sure it's going to boost it a little bit, at least for the next 3 months, yeah.
You mentioned how well suited your game is for grass, and I'm interested particularly in your movement. And wondering what you focus on moving on grass as opposed to clay and hard court.
Yeah, that's the thing, is when I go on grass, I don't really think about anything. It just kind of happens. It's just something that I feel like I've been natural at since I first stepped foot on it. I don't know why. I don't know how. It just kind of has been. And so, yeah, that first hit on grass coming from the clay is probably my favorite hit of the year.
You mentioned about Phil Brooks, and I know it's his, last year, and he's leaving a great contribution, and they had Mallorca. You played Mallorca, and you had some amazing matches there. So can you just maybe talk a little bit more about how important it is to have somebody like a chairman or somebody such high position to be so close to and caring for the players on the tour?
I think. Yeah, I think that's one thing that always set Wimbledon apart for me personally, is because they always made every single player, at least from what I've witnessed, feel like they're awesome and they're doing a good job, and they remember you, they remember your name, they remember if you did well a couple weeks ago. And I think it's really special that, you can walk into a Grand Slam and someone say, hey, Ali, good to see you, great job in Sertogenbosch, or, in something. I just think that's really rare. And from the first tournament, from the first Wimbledon I played, I met Phil, and the next year he remembered me, remembered who I was, and I was feeling like, oh my gosh, does he do this with everyone? Like, I felt so special. I was like, do I get a membership like right now? Like, what happens? So he was amazing. And Jill, his wife, the same thing. I met her once. I just saw her. I warmed up indoors today, and Jill was hitting on the court next to me, and she stopped and said hello. So it's just things like that that are really special. And going along with that, I think for the late Paul Hutchins, who passed away, Paul... Sorry.
Pause for a second.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I think time's nearly up anyway, so I think we're going to wrap up there. Thank you very much, everybody.
What I was just saying is Paul was there from the first Wimbledon for me too, and he would always have me to hit on the grass before Wimbledon started.